What if I told you your teenage child could actually improve their scoliosis without surgery? I'm Dr. Juan du Plessis, a scoliosis clinician and clinical director at Scolicare, and today I'll share the kinds of non-invasive methods we often use with teens in clinic to help manage their scoliosis and support better long-term outcomes. But before we dive in, there's one thing you need to know that no one tells you. Scoliosis, especially in teenagers, can progress, and rather quickly. When a young person is still growing, even a mild curve can progress quickly. We're not talking about years, it can be months, maybe even weeks. And unfortunately, the earlier it progresses, the harder it becomes to correct later on. That's why so many families feel blindsided. One appointment, they're told, mild. The next, that surgery might be necessary. No one warned them it could move that fast, and that's the real problem. Many teens don't get the care they need until the curve has already worsened, and by then, their options are more limited. But when we catch it early and act fast, that's when we can make a real difference, without surgery and with much better long-term outcomes. Let's say a teenager, 13 years old, growing fast, goes in for a school screening. The nurse spots something unusual. One shoulder sits higher than the other. They're told it's scoliosis, but not too bad yet. The usual advice? Wait, monitor, check back in 6 months. But here's the problem. That teen could hit a growth spurt, and by the time 6 months pass, the curve could be doubled. What was once mild now pushes into the range where surgery starts being discussed. Now imagine a different path. Instead of waiting, they're fitted with a brace designed specifically for their curve and body type. They start a guided exercise program tailored to their age and their posture. 6 months go by, and this time the curve will probably have stayed stable or could have even improved. Same child, same condition, completely different outcome, because action was taken early instead of waiting. So, what actually made the difference? In the second outcome, why did one version of the story lead to surgery while the other led to stability and improvement? It comes down to 3 things: timing, the right type of bracing, and a treatment approach that teens can actually stick with. The first, and by far the most crucial, factor is timing. Scoliosis in teens can change fast, especially during growth spurts. That's why early action isn't just helpful, it's critical. The younger the spine, the more flexible it is. And the more flexible it is, the more we can influence the curve before it sets in place. Now the second piece is the bracing, but not just any brace. At Scolicare, we use custom 3D braces called ScoliBrace. These aren't the old school one-size-fits-all models from decades ago. Each brace is designed around a detailed 3D scan of the patient's body and their unique curve pattern. That means better fit, better comfort, and most importantly, better correction. And finally, we have exercise, but again, the right kind. We use a program called ScoliBalance. It's a rehab system designed specifically for scoliosis and hyperkyphosis, whether they're teens, adults, or somewhere in between. For teenagers, it's tailored to their age, growth stage, and daily routine. That means exercises that improve postural control, strengthen the right muscle groups, and help them actually understand how their spine is moving, all in a way that fits into their life. So when you combine those 3, early action, customized bracing, and targeted exercise, you're not just slowing down progression, you're giving the spine a chance to change direction entirely. Now, knowing what works is powerful, but knowing how to follow through, that's where the real change happens. Because even with the best brace and the most well-designed rehab plan, none of it matters if the teen can't stick with it. And that's one of the biggest challenges we see: consistency. But how do we help teens stay consistent with their treatment, especially when life is busy, moods shift, and motivation comes and goes. It starts with something simple, but incredibly effective: tracking. When teens can see their own progress, like how many hours they wore the brace this week, or how their posture has changed on video, it makes the invisible visible. We often use compliance trackers, and they're surprisingly powerful. They give teens a sense of ownership. It's not just something being done to them, it's something they're doing for themselves. The second thing that makes a huge difference is connection. We encourage teens to talk to other teens going through the same thing. Whether it's in the clinic or through shared stories online, that sense of "I'm not alone" really boosts follow through. When they hear, "Yeah, I hated my brace at the first two, but now it doesn't bother me," it normalizes the experience. It builds buy-in. The third tip is to set short-term goals. You shouldn't just say, "You will wear this brace 18 hours a day for the next 2 years." That's overwhelming. Instead, we break it down. Let's hit your wear time this week. Let's finish 3 home exercises today. Small wins create momentum, and momentum creates results. And finally, the right team matters. Teens respond better when their clinician listens, explains, and treats them like a partner, not just a patient. That's something we really focus on at ScoliCare, because when a teen feels heard and supported, they're far more likely to stay the course. So if you're still wondering whether non-surgical treatment can really help your teen, you've just seen what's possible. When we act early, choose the right tools, and walk beside our teens through the process, we're not just managing scoliosis, we're giving them the chance to rise. That's the real win. And if you're a parent, a teen, or a health professional searching for answers, just know this: you're not alone, and you're not out of options. You've already taken the most important step by showing up. From all of us at ScoliCare, thank you for watching.